At the will reading, my parents laughed while handing my sister $6.9 million. Me? They gave me $1 and said, "Go earn your own." My mother smirked. Some kids just don't measure up. But when the lawyer read Grandpa's final letter, my mom started screaming. I sat in the office watching my mother's perfectly manicured nails drum against the armrest. My sister Victoria smirked from across the room, already dressed like she'd inherited a fortune. Spoiler, she had. Grandpa's lawyer, Mr. Chen, cleared his throat and began reading. To my beloved granddaughter Victoria, I leave my investment portfolio valued at $6.9 million. Victoria actually squealed. Mom grabbed her hand, eyes glistening with proud tears. Dad raised his glass of bourbon in celebration, like this was some kind of party. Then Mr. Chen turned to me, and to my grandson Marcus, I leave $1. The room erupted in laughter. Not polite chuckles, full belly laughs. Dad slapped his knee. Classic. Even in death, he knew which kid was worth investing in. Mom wiped her eyes, mascara smudging. Some kids just don't measure up, sweetheart. Maybe this will motivate you to finally earn your own. Victoria leaned back, scrolling her phone. Don't spend it all in one place, loser. I stared at the single-dollar bill Mr. Chen slid across the table. 29 years of being invisible, summarized in one wrinkled bill. But Mr. Chen wasn't done. He pulled out a sealed envelope. There's one more thing. A personal letter your grandfather insisted I read aloud only if Marcus was present. Mom's smile faltered. What letter? Mr. Chen broke the seal and began reading in Grandpa's unmistakable voice. If you're hearing this, it means they took the bait. Marcus, I'm sorry for the theatrics, but I needed everyone in that room to show their true colors one final time. The room went dead silent. To my son and daughter-in-law, you spent 30 years comparing your children, choosing a favorite, making Marcus feel worthless while worshiping Victoria. You told him he'd never amount to anything, that he was the disappointment. I watched you do it, and it sickened me. Mom's face drained of color. Wait, Victoria, my dear, that $6.9 million, it's real. Congratulations. I hope it makes you happy. But know this, I'm not funding your lifestyle. Every cent of that money is locked in a trust that releases only $50,000 per year. The rest, untouchable until you're 65. Maybe you'll finally learn the value of patience. Victoria shot up. What? That's not fair. Mr. Chen continued reading without pause. But Marcus, my steady, underestimated, brilliant grandson, the one who visited me every Sunday, the one who listened to my stories, fixed my porch, taught me how to use email so we could talk when you traveled for work, the boy who never asked me for a single thing. I felt my throat tighten. Marcus, I left you $1 in the will, but 3 years ago, I transferred my entire estate into your name. The house in Vermont worth $2.1 million, the commercial properties generating $400,000 annually, the private accounts holding $8.3 million, the vintage car collection. It's all yours. Has been for years. I just wanted them to think otherwise. Mr. Chen set down the letter and slid a thick folder across the table. These are the deeds, account statements, and transfer documents. All legitimate, all finalized. I opened the folder with shaking hands. Property deeds, bank statements, everything. Mom started screaming. This is illegal. We'll contest this. You manipulated him. Mr. Chen adjusted his glasses. Mrs. Patterson, your father was of sound mind. I have 3 psychiatric evaluations proving it. The transfers were legal and ironclad. Marcus, everything is yours. Dad stood up, face purple. You ungrateful little... I held up my hand, cutting him off. I looked at the single-dollar bill, then at my family, then back at Mr. Chen. Keep the dollar, I said quietly. Frame it. I want to remember this moment. Victoria was crying now, her $50,000 annual allowance suddenly looking pathetic. Mom couldn't form words. Dad stormed out. As I walked to my car, my phone buzzed. A text from Mom. We need to talk about this rationally. I replied, some kids just don't measure up, Mom. Maybe this will motivate you to finally earn my respect. Then I blocked her number. Grandpa taught me one final lesson. The people who truly love you don't wait until they're gone to show it.